What is going on, reality after show fans around the world? I'm here with Jonny Fairplay. Looks like you got a Sierra Nevada, Johnny. It's a great summer day right now.
This is the Sierra Nevada Summer Fest.
Oh, perfect.
A peek behind the curtain. It's
Yes.
not that behind the curtain because you can see it on the on the Peacock Network, home of Traitors Season 3. The big WWE pay-per-view of the year every year is WrestleMania, and the second biggest pay-per-view to some people consider the Royal Rumble, others, whatever. But the second biggest pay-per-view of the year is SummerSlam. Okay. That's the big one. Yes. And many moons ago, Jeremy Piven was the Raw guest host of the evening. And he's like, and everybody order the pay-per-view. Summerfest is coming up with The Miz. Summerfest. And so I have a Sierra Nevada Summerfest with a show of respect to The Miz, who was rumored, and I think more on a lot of people's dream cast for Traitors Season 3. But I thought in honor of The Miz, Jeremy Piven, and Summerfest, and I may be going to SummerSlam. It depends on what my schedule looks like the next month or so. It's things are very up. I'm juggling a lot of balls here.
Okay, so obviously, Johnny, you're always super busy doing appearances, not only with Survivor-related things, but
weightlifting.
There you go.
All the things.
But you,
Nickelback fan club meetings.
I just saw that. Now, are you going? Speaking of music, are you going to any concerts this summer, Johnny?
I have pit passes for Dave Matthews next Friday night. So this Friday, I will be at First Friday in Danville, Virginia. My buddy Heath Haynes is DJing, and the theme is a sock hop. So there may be some 50 songs, but I guarantee he's going to work in some other stuff. And then this Saturday in Louisville at somewhere in Louisville, check my social media. I'm DJing this Saturday night. And then next Friday night, I'll be checking out Dave Matthews. I'm contemplating making the drive to Virginia Beach to catch back-to-back shows, but I've yet to make that commitment.
Wow! And
if anybody wants to go with me to Dave Matthews, I have 2 tickets. I have a pit ticket for sale. So please, someone hit me up.
Because, Survivor fan. I mean, come on. If there's anybody, how cool would it be to go to a Dave Matthews concert with Jonny Fairplay in the pit?
Yeah, that's Raleigh, North Carolina. Hit me up on my socials at Jonny Fairplay. So there you go.
All right, so I've seen some stuff on your social media, Johnny, of you doing something with Jax Taylor.
Yeah.
Some sort of appearance. What is that in Canada?
Yeah, we're in Toronto. We're doing a pool party, and then we're doing another, and then a club event right afterwards. So we're doing back-to-back deals. I believe that's June 29th. And so me and Jax were putting the band back together, brother.
That's
Jax,
awesome.
rumored to be on the cast of Traitors Season 3, said yes, backed out. So he chose to hang out with Jonny Fairplay at a pool bar in Toronto instead. It's a little easier.
Yeah, well, when are they filming Traitors Season 3?
They're out there right now.
Oh, Traitors Season 3 is currently
I think they got there 2 days ago or something like that. Yeah. Tony Vlachos was posting from his layover on social media. So, and our good friend Davey Rickenbach was Rickenbacher. I don't know. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Davey from Davey vs. Goliath, one of my favorite players ever. I just call him Davey, so I don't know. So, a lot of people just call me Johnny. A lot of people just call me Fairplay. Plenty of people misspell Johnny. So, it's fine. I love Davey. Davey was an alternate, and I believe flew all the way out there. I'm not positive, but he is still off of social media.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's surprising, kind of like that Davey would be one of the people on there. I mean, I love Davey as a Survivor player, but we haven't really seen much of Davey as of late in the whole reality TV realm. But I think he's a great choice, and I'm assuming, I'm looking at the cast on my phone.
Here, I can bring it up.
So I want to ask you this. So with Survivor, they finally implemented 50% people of color into the cast, which makes a more diverse cast of what this wonderful world we live in is all about. Does a show like Traitors fall under the same kind of deal? Because when I'm looking at this cast, um, Jeremy from Survivor is the only African American male on the
Yeah,
cast.
they don't have
They do not follow the same stipulations or
guidelines.
whatever. It's also interesting when as you're going to bring this up on your screen, there's a lot of people that I am not familiar with from some of these other reality shows, but there are some attractive people, both male and female. And honestly, I know this isn't going to be a popular thing to say, but I know that Tom Sandoval, for me, watching him on Traitors, I am going to love that. I'm a big Vanderpump Rules fan, as I've said on our Q&A podcast over on our Patreon content that we do. I've been watching Vanderpump Rules ever since I met Jax Taylor. When you and Jax Taylor came to my house, I am now on season 11. I just watched the part 1 of the reunion show last night, so I got a couple more parts to watch. Tom Sandoval on season 11 obviously cheated on his longtime girlfriend, Ariana, and it was a big scandal. Everyone kind of blacklisted Tom Sandoval from the friend group. The whole season, season 11 revolved around it. And you know what? All these people on Vanderpump Rules have been cheaters. I don't know why Tom Sandoval cheating had to be this humongous ordeal, but I know he's gotten a lot of hate. His restaurant, Schwartz and Sandy's and Tom Tom, people were like boycotting some of that stuff because of Tom Sandoval. But I like Tom, and I think that people need to lighten up and give the guy a little bit of a break. We all make mistakes. Yeah, he fucked up in a big way, but we all have, Johnny. So to see him on Traitors season 3,
aren't Traitors supposed to be scumbags?
We are. It's a perfect villain deal. Like this is the perfect time for Tom Sandoval to be on Traitors.
And if Jax can't make it, who's the perfect replacement for Jax?
Oh, 100% Tom Sandoval.
Yeah.
I
haven't changed my set. I just got a new laptop, and as you can see, but in front of you, I have a whole new camera setup. So I have to leave the thing to share to allow permissions for Google Chrome because Google Chrome is insane.
Okay.
I texted you the picture and I emailed you the picture. So if you can open it up and then go to the share screen.
Oh yeah. Thing. So let me let me go to. I'm gonna
the technical difficulties of me being so awesomely great with my picture and sound. It's
okay. Hold on. Let me go to. I'm gonna go to a new window. So I can go to my Gmail here real quick, Johnny. I'm looking at another screen here. Jonny Fairplay. Boom. I'm going to drag this to my desktop. Bam. Let me see where that is at. Hold on once. Okay, there we go. So when I go in here, Johnny, to bring, I got the picture on my desktop, right?
Yeah, just go to present at the bottom, press the present button, and then go to share screen, and then you'll see it as one of the options.
Share screen. Okay.
Unless you have not allowed Google.
Well, hold on. The site will be able to see the contents on your screen. A Chrome tab window. Okay, so entire screen. I'm going to hit. So I'm going to let me hold on 1 second. Open this up.
Yeah, you just pick the one thing that's showing.
Yeah, I'm picking the one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Let's see. Did Matt fuck this up?
No, I don't think so. Hold on a sec.
It's okay.
Share.
Wow, you want to see? Hey, there's nope.
No, is that on it now? Okay, so here's the deal right now. When I'm on share screen, I am not now looking at you. So I'm just looking at actually the screen, which I don't need to look at you anyway.
I can see everything, so it's great.
Okay. So look good. Okay. So here's the deal. This is the cast for Traitors season 3. They are just now filming. Let's just go from the beginning and
Sure.
see if you have any insight of these people. So it looks
I
like
do.
Danielle from Big
Reyes,
Brother,
one of my favorite people on the entire planet, robbed goddess, deserves a reality television win more than anyone else on the planet. She was on one of the greatest seasons of Big Brother ever, competing against with you know, you had Chilltown there, you had all the so long deserving to be back on reality television. I mean, like, it's mind-boggling how we have not seen Danielle on like 8 reality shows over the course of like the last 15 20 years.
Wow. So she was early Big Brother, like
she was earlier Big Brother. She was beautiful then. She's possibly even more beautiful now. I don't know how that's possible. A ray of sunshine, one of the nicest people I've ever met, one of the greatest people I've ever met. And Eve, I mean, she's got that killer instinct too. I mean, she's a total package. She's the Jonny Fairplay of Big Brother.
Well, that's awesome. I can't wait to see her. She is beautiful. I feel that, like, when I watched Traitors season 2, there were definitely a lot of people that I was not familiar with, besides like Sandra and people, people I've met before and whatnot. But it's cool because I feel like there's going to be a lot of game players here, but I'm going to learn a lot about these people kind of just as I watch the show. So yeah, looking at this cast as a whole, I know some people like have speculated online, oh, this cast is nothing compared to the last season, but honestly, I think there looks like some heavy hitter people here.
Oh, I love it. So no, Danielle, in the history of Big Brother, she's in my top 5. I think she's easily in my top 10 reality stars of all time. I mean, like I have her on the Mount Rushmore of all reality stars. She is that amazing. Yeah.
If you're listening, Danielle, that's Fairplay usually shits on all kind of people.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are on a top tier list, I'll be watching out for you. You got to be something special if Johnny's.
She is.
All right, Brittany from Big Brother.
I don't love her. So Brittany is considered one of the nicest players in the history of Big Brother. I'm pretty sure she won her season. So back in the day, we used to they used to have the Big Brother finale, and then like from the Big Brother house, everyone would go to the Vegas Bash, and it was kind of like Hearts Reality, but like no charities were attached to it, and then everyone would come there. And so back in the day, like I was always there. Cara Maria was always there, and then the latest, like the entire Big Brother cast would go there. And so I went right after Brittany's win, and she was just so lovable and so nice on the show. And I'm not a live feed kind of guy, so I don't care.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like the show's on 3 nights a week already. It's just, like, that's enough. I see everything I personally need to see. I know there's people that need more. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, right. Me neither.
So, but with that, she wasn't very nice.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, we've dealt with that before, Johnny. When you and I have been to reality TV charity events, sometimes you'll meet someone and be like completely let down.
Rupert. I mean, we love Rupert.
Yeah. Rupert. And there's people we've been really surprised by.
Yeah.
Like when we met Reem Daly or
Wendy. Amazing. We thought Reem would suck.
Oh yeah, Reem. She was on. I'll never forget that stuff.
Reem was probably our favorite person we met.
It was. The best part about that whole time, though, Johnny, was like you calling Chris Underwood like the most
we're not allowed to talk about that. Chris Underwood won Challenge USA.
Yeah, I heard he was a badass.
Hence they canceled it. It'll never be back.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Chris.
Well, moving on, Jonny Fairplay, to Carolyn from Survivor. This is a great pick. I'm not surprised whatsoever. She was one of the fan favorites, and just someone who was I remember seeing the first confessionals she did of her season. She's like all, kind of wild and wacky. So I feel like she's going to bring a crazy factor to
Yeah.
Traitors. I find it might be somewhat of a train wreck, but that's what makes great TV. So I'm curious to see how she's going to do with her personality on Traitors with this cast of people.
Okay, well, let's address the survivors as a whole, because I think that my reaction to seeing Carolyn there it impacts my feelings on the other people. Okay,
Yes.
so we're gonna skip down. So we have Carolyn.
Yep.
We also have Jeremy Collins, winner of Survivor.
Yes.
Okay, firefighter, dad, husband, awesome guy, one of the nicest guys. Done with Survivor. Has been on record saying he would never play again. I don't know if this changes things, and I don't know if season 50, whatever the dynamic is, potentially changes things. But
Yes.
He's gone on record saying he's done. So I'm glad he got the call, because this is the kind of player I want to see, is someone that we might not get a chance to see again, that was amazing television, amazing person, and
Yes.
getting a second chance to play the game. Okay, so we have Jeremy Collins.
Yep.
Tony Vlachos.
Mm-hmm.
The enigma that is Tony Vlachos. For those of you that have not seen Tony on the podcast, I'm pretty sure he was robbing a bank. Is in the middle of a bank heist during the interview that we did with him. It was very odd. Tony's very odd. He's very likable. He's insane. However, there's a method to the madness. Tony Vlachos is there. Boston Rob. This is his second or third show ever.
Dude.
Sorry, I wasn't. Oh, carry the one. Sorry. This is his 87th show. Okay. Yeah, two more than me. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Except mine are on CM fucking T. So there we go. All right. So, I actually spoke to another survivor yesterday, and they're like, can you fucking say no to one fucking show? Just fucking one? Can you just, we'd like you a lot more if we missed you for a fucking second. And literally Dalton Ross wrote an article 10 years ago saying we'd miss you more if you actually went away. So
wow, that's crazy.
10 fucking years ago.
Dude.
So anyway, now me and Boston Rob are currently cool. So I mean, hey, if they called me, I'm saying yes. This is a new adventure. This is not the fourth time he's playing Traitors. It's his first. So I'm going to give a pass there. Okay, so we have Carolyn, Jeremy Collins, Tony Vlachos, Boston Rob. Now, I feel on paper, looking at the entire cast, and we'll get to the entire cast. We're going to work our way through. But looking at the entire cast, easily, no contest, the most dangerous person on this cast is Boston Rob. No contest.
Yeah.
And I feel this is a season 2 of Traitors, Johnny Bananas type situation. Boom. He's the first one out. No problem. We're done.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to go through all these names first and then go back to Carolyn. I feel like Carolyn is the monkey wrench in the system, in which everyone's like, hey, it's Boston Rob. He's the first boot. It's a done deal. Here we go. This guy's schemy. This guy's crafty. This is the smart move. And Carolyn is insane. And they're like, whoa. Carolyn is the first boot.
Yes.
And gives Rob enough traction to move forward in the game.
I can see that, dude. I don't want to. I would like to see Carolyn around a little more than Boston Rob, but I hear you. I think these people are going to be like, well, first of all, I don't know anything about.
She's a lot. I like Carolyn. However, she is a lot.
And a lot of these people, dude, do you really think that Wells, whoever this is from Bachelor Nation, knows who Carolyn from Survivor is?
No.
I don't either.
And that's the beauty of the Bachelor people and the Bravo people. Like 90% of them do not take the time or care to take the time to learn anything. Like with Jax from Vanderpump Rules. Like his manager goes, hey, watch Survivor, watch a couple seasons of Survivor, watch a couple seasons of Big Brother. Here's the ones you need to watch, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. He's like, okay, we'll watch one season of Survivor. One season. What? He's like, no. Okay, watch one episode. And he's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And then Jack's got there. He goes, I really should have watched one episode.
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, that makes no sense. So I think what Carolyn's problem is going to be, everyone is going to know who Boston Rob is.
Yeah.
I think most people probably know who Tony Vlachos is.
I think you're in the Survivor bubble on that. I think in pop culture, Tony Vlachos is mostly a nobody.
Okay, so do you think?
Yeah, okay, I think that he's a Survivor bubble superstar, one of the greatest ever, easily.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that Survivor bubble, no.
So do you think Boston Rob and Tom Sandoval are the two most famous faces on this cast?
No, I think anyone from Bravo is the most famous person from this cast. I mean, fuck Nikki Bella. I mean, she was a WB Women's Champion. She either won or made it far on Dancing with the Stars. She was engaged to John Cena.
Damn.
So she got that bar games thing on USA Network.
Yeah, I think if I had like about 10 IPAs looking at the screen, I might think Nikki would start looking like Tessa, kind of with those dark brown eyes and the dark hair. She might just be my favorite contestant this season.
She's beautiful. I like her
Traitors.
sister better. Brie gets drunk and goes into Brie mode, and she's a lot more fun. Because they had the show Total Bellas on you. They had their own reality show.
Wow, man. So I feel like from the Survivor perspective, Fairplay, having Carolyn, Boston Rob, Tony, and Jeremy on the cast from people that actually watch Survivor, are the Survivor fans going to be excited about this foursome on here more so than they were the Sandra and Parvati duo, or more than Sari?
Four is greater. Four is bigger than two.
Yeah.
So, but I see these four attempting to work together, and I see Carolyn fucking it up like seconds in.
Yep. Does Boston Rob have any chance in hell at going far in this game?
Sure.
Now, did you watch Boston Rob much on Deal or No Deal Island?
I watched the whole thing. He was very likable.
Wow.
It was the most likable version of Boston Rob I've ever seen in my entire life. No contest.
That's another big statement.
He was friends with the nerd, and the nerd went to take a shot at him, and right before he got eliminated, and Boston Rob was crying, and I was like, wow, this is good TV.
That's good.
And the old lady that comes to Hearts Reality every year, the fan, she was coming after Rob. Like, she was the bad guy on the show. She was like, hey, everybody, he won Survivor. He's played 6 times. I mean, she just throwing out all his stats, blowing up his spot. He's like, hey, old lady, enough.
Oh, my God, dude. That is funny.
So
he has been
enjoyable.
He is, on TV a lot. And honestly, after Traitors Season 3, Johnny, I mean, what other show out there currently do you think that Boston Rob is going to go with?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
You never know.
He could be Roberta.
Well, I think it's pretty cool. So we have 3 winners, obviously, Boston Rob, Tony, Jeremy. From some of these, and then you have Brittany, who won Big Brother.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else that has won a show on here?
Well, I'm sure that any of the Real Housewives will tell you that they won their season.
Yeah, and that's on a Bravo network show, correct?
Yeah, and it's not an elimination. So
yeah, exactly. So okay. So speaking of that, Chanel, is that how you say Chanel from Real Housewives, and Dolores,
yes,
and Robin and Dorlinda, they really love Real Housewives. Now, are all 4 women that I just mentioned, Johnny, were they on the same, like, is Real Housewives the same?
I don't know. I think they're all on different versions.
Okay. So,
but as you've noticed from previous seasons of Traitors, there is always a Bravo alliance.
There is.
Yes. And I mean, so looking at numbers, what's that? 1, 2, 3. What's that? That's 4.
Real Housewives. Yeah.
4. Summer House is Bravo, so that's 5.
Wow.
And
that Drag Race, that's not Bravo, is it?
Tom is Bravo. So that's 6.
Yeah.
So and Peacock loves Bravo. I mean, they're a part of NBC Universal, so that makes sense.
Wow. Well, I can tell you this. Looking at the females on this cast, it's a good-looking cast.
It's an amazing looking cast. Hold on.
It's like why they don't do that. We've seen, Survivor. There was a time in Survivor where it was nothing but actors, and casting was just casting young, good-looking people, and we got kind of tired of that, and we're like, oh, just give us regular people. So they started casting, different looking people, but they're all the same kind of personality type people. It seems like with Traitors that we're gonna have like different styles of personalities,
but beautiful people. Because
yes,
I figured this out. Like so going to bed at night, I if me and the fiance were not watching television, I just put on like a Dateline episode or whatever. That's what I fall asleep to, and have very insane dreams, and lots of alibis that I'm creating in my head, and so that's that. But when I'm not going to sleep listening to a podcast, me and the fiance, we watch Catfish. And I enjoy Catfish. I think it's a good show. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the most beautiful person being catfished. And even more so, not the most beautiful person, especially more so doing the catfishing.
Yeah, right.
And however, it's I don't know. I watched on Hulu commercial free. I feel like it's 30 minutes. Like the show is probably an hour long. Okay, so it may not be. I think it's an hour long. Who knows?
Okay,
let's just say for argument's sake, it's an hour long. So I watched those episodes, and I'm like, and most of the episodes I enjoy enough. 6 out of 10 times, me and the piano, we're like, okay. Like we're not upset that we watched it, but it didn't change our life in any way. Right. It just is what it is. So it's easy. You turn your brain off, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Okay. I came to the realization last week, the cast of Survivor now in the new era, 50% could be on Catfish. Which is to say, you're good for one episode, but you're not attractive enough, or more importantly, interesting enough.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, because
oh no, okay.
I mean,
I do love a beautiful cast.
No, I do too. What I'm saying though is, like, if you're interesting and beautiful, it makes you even that much more awesome, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, if you want to do season 50, New Era All Stars, I can tell you who they are. They are the interesting, attractive people.
Yeah, right.
That's it. I mean, so, and the rest could be an episode of Catfish and probably have sent a letter to fucking Neve. Okay. So, but they're interesting enough for 1 hour with commercials. That's it. That's horrible.
Right. I know.
Every person you're seeing on this screen, if you're watching right now, if you're just listening, go to youtube.com/aftershow. You'll see a picture. These are beautiful, entertaining people that I can watch for 30, however many episodes Traitors is.
Yeah, every one of them. Every one of them, guys, girls, all of them.
Even Zac Efron's brother, whoever, or whatever, or who is it?
I was going to say Zac Efron's brother, Dylan.
Is it Zac Efron? Yeah, Zac Efron's brother is more interesting than anyone on Catfish, and 60% of the cast in the new era.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
and it doesn't matter where you got voted out. Jelinski, I love you. First boot, love him.
I know.
So you got good hair.
He does. Poor Jelinski just got really just Maria that first time was like putting him under the gun. I think he was intimidated by Maria, and I think that kind of screwed up his game. I think in another season, Jelinski may have been able to like slide through a little bit.
Who's to
But
say?
yeah, it's poor Jelinski. Poor
I
Jelinski.
feel like he got more airtime with the several thing than most people have without the several thing, and probably more than he would have if he had stayed there.
Mhm. The several thing that Jelinski did is one of those funny things that you might see a little clip of 10 years from now as a little like the
Oh yeah,
stupidest ass things. And so like when they always show Eric Reichenbach's fake
yeah,
idol thing and they're kind of laughing about it,
yeah. Well, but
Uh,
I feel like the several thing takes a little more of a setup. Maybe not.
yeah, true,
So.
true. So these Real Housewives, I think we saw last season on Traders, Real Housewives bringing the heat. I think Chanel,
Well, it's because they have
Dolores.
numbers. I definitely foresee Jeremy, Tony, and Rob partnering up to Sandoval out of the gate. So
Yeah,
'cause I feel like Sandoval is very Jax-esque, and Jax came to me.
yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
I could see like the alpha male thing, but it could be as some like as much as a monkey wrench that I think Carolyn could be. It could be the Bravo women going, yeah, we're all good. He got to go.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tom has gotten a lot of hate to
Yeah,
where people just want to just like, I just want him to disappear from this friend group. So depending on the
yeah,
Real Housewives, because wasn't Lisa Vanderpump first on Real Housewives
sure,
before Vanderpump Rules? So I know Lisa Vanderpump on the show really loves Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz. All
yeah.
season 11, she's giving Tom Sandoval the benefit of the doubt and really wants people to kind of lighten up because just be real here. Tom was going through a lot of mental health issues and backlash and suicidal thoughts from what they were saying on the show, which really hit home to Lisa Vanderpump because Lisa Vanderpump lost a family member, I believe it was her brother, to suicide. So Tom, he was going through a real tough time, and I'm really hoping that some of the Real Housewives will kind of rally around him and our Survivor boys, bringing them into the swing of things. I'm excited to see Tom Sandoval on this. So
And
let's see.
Tom loves to rock a nice kilt.
Oh, he is like you, like Johnny. When you go back and watch Vanderpump Rules one day, Tom Sandoval is all about the fashion and
Yeah,
wearing crazy.
he has the nails done.
Yeah.
He wears the kilts. Alan Cummings is going to love or hate Tom Sandoval. There's no in between.
Oh,
He will either be all in or no dice.
oh, yes. So, do we know anything about Chriselle from Selling Sunset?
I don't. I
I don't
don't.
either.
Okay.
Sierra from Summer House. You said the Summer
Summer House
House.
is a Bravo show, so should be in cahoots with the Housewives. Maybe not, but they typically, if you remember back season 1, we had a guy from Summer House.
Okay. And then obviously Nikki from WWE.
I could see Nikki working with the Bravo people.
Is she currently wrestling or is she a former
Nope,
wrestler?
she is currently, I don't know if she's retired, but she's inactive.
Okay, so
She just had a kid.
okay. This is a
Yeah.
perfect time for
John
her to be
Cena
doing
wouldn't
this.
give her a kid.
So she's went to somebody else.
She started dating and married her Dancing with the Stars partner.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
Bob, does that say Bob?
it says Bob. I'm confused by this one.
Bob from Drag Race. Is that
I
like
wish King George were here. King George is big on the Drag Race. I watched a little bit. It's crazy. So the last season was the season finale.
yes?
And Elvira, whose table I have, a pinball table I have right behind me,
Yeah.
Elvira received like the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool. So,
So,
yeah, I don't know much.
Elvira's look was cultured. Elvira went to the drag queens in New York City and came up with the look.
Wow. Well, all I know is from just when we do the Survivor cast assessments, which we will be doing this summer leading up to Survivor 47, we always just typically look at a face, a name, maybe a little bit of a bio. So for me, not knowing a lot of these people, first of all, damn you cast, but I think Bob from Drag Race is going to be hilarious. I feel when we have these characters like a Bobby Lights or just these larger than life personalities, it's fun.
I think Peppermint, a lot of people had a lot of expectations about how great Peppermint would be in the house. And Peppermint just over and over just kept sticking her foot in her mouth. Like, it's just like, I'm a traitor. I mean, I'm a faithful. And it's just like, when you're literally looking for one thing to get rid of someone and someone accidentally says, I'm a traitor.
Yes.
Right. You cannot make mistakes like this. So I think Bob. I don't think Bob will have the big. If it is indeed Bob, as I said, I don't know. Bob on the picture that we have.
Where do we get this picture, anyways? Is it
from Reddit?
Okay,
and not Survivor Reddit because I'm banned from there. So
I am noticing this, John. Okay, so this is just like we got this from Reddit. If you look at the top two rows, it's a total of 12 women.
Yeah.
So at the very bottom, there's 3 spots that are. So is there 3 people that are on the cast that we don't know who they are?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is the whole cast.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
I know there's at least one player that's a they them.
Okay, gotcha.
And I don't know or think it's Bob, or maybe it's Bob. I don't know. I don't know anything about Bob. So I think Bob will be fun, and I don't think Bob's going to be an early target.
What about Ivar or Ivar? I think it's like so what is the show? What is Lord? Do we know anything about the show?
I'm guessing it's the Bible station, and I'm probably formerly known as PTL and the 700 Club. And Ivar or Ivar, whichever, is there for donations.
Yes.
We'll probably not be leaving with the money if I had to guess. So,
and then we have Wells from Bachelor Nation.
Okay, so Wells and Gabby should be working together unless they're not.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yep.
So, because a lot of times in situations like this, you look for anything as a common bond. We saw with Sandra and Parvati last season. It's just like, we don't like each other, but this is no, like, get over it. Let's we have each other versus picking one of us for everyone to come after.
Yeah.
So.
Now, speaking of that, Johnny, so prior to Traitors 2 coming out, Parvati and Sandra, didn't they have kind of like a beef on the internet?
Yeah.
So was the beef squashed, and are they cool with each other?
They went to each other immediately and said, all right, we got to kill this.
And then even now, currently, like, they're on speaking terms. And
they good.
Well, that's awesome, because what I hate is when there's beefs like that, because there's already so much negativity and beefs in the world.
I'm happy that Rob. I mean, I behind me, if I raise the camera, I have a picture of us at Big Tom's, with Lex. I protect my people. I love Lex, and and they had, and so there was no like over animosity, but me and Boss and Rob weren't good, and then like a year and a half ago at Hearts Reality, I'm just like, look, man, I'm about to turn 50 years old. I don't need any enemies in my life,
Right. Oh yeah.
We good. And we probably talked for like 2 hours, so it's unnecessary. Who needs an enemy at any time in your life, but especially as you're entering the golden era of your life, there's no reason to have an enemy.
So, I mean, without getting into it, obviously, you said you have your homies' backs. Typically, I know there was controversy with Lex Vandenberg and Boston Rob years ago on Survivor.
Sure.
And I know we've kind of talked, like, I feel like if they met right now face to face.
They saw each other like 3 years ago, and they were civil.
Okay. Yeah. And there's the difference between being civil and best friends, right? So as long as they're civil, they're not going to be best friends. Just like I feel like Charlie.
That's the whole reason for the controversy, is they were best friends, and that's why it hurt.
Yeah, God, that sucks. Now, what do you think about Maria and Charlie from season 46? Right, she does not give him the vote for the $1 million.
I love it.
Kenzie gets it. Are those two, do you think, able to have a mended friendship, or do you think that's
down the road? I heard he's still not right, and I'm just like, look, man, it's a game show.
It is. At the end of the day, it is.
I didn't win the $1 million either, and life worked out just fine. I had 3 pinball tables behind me. Charlie should have worked out. Relax.
Yeah, and your friend,
Taylor Swift is going on another tour.
Yeah, and you and Sandra are friends, despite butting heads in the past on Survivor, and winning. So
I voted for her to get $1 million.
Yeah, so it is what it is. So
it's a game show. It's a game show, and anyone that can. I mean, like, it hurts at first. I mean, but fuck. I mean, I was over it. As soon as they said that's a wrap, we're done, I'm just like, it's PBR time. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep. So Bob, another Bob from The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Wow, it'd be interesting to see what he looked like when he was like really big, because he looks like
probably a fatso. If I had to guess, he wasn't on the medium loser. He's on The Biggest Loser.
I haven't heard anyone say the word fatso in so long.
What?
That caught me off guard.
I'm sorry. Hey, it's 2024. We're allowed to start saying cool shit again. It's okay.
Well, I mean, Eminem just dropped his song Houdini, sampling the mighty Steve Miller Band.
Yeah.
And, people are all upset because he's talking a bunch of shit. But look, that's the thing. I'm all about, dude, like being, equality and open-minded and loving and shit like that. However,
let's also have some fun.
Yeah, have some
fun.
Don't
be a dick.
Don't be a dick. And
I mean, this guy signed up as a fatso to be on The Biggest Loser. He didn't come in at 155 going, "Hey, I'd like to shave off 3 pounds."
Yeah, I know. And I just hope that we're getting past, like,
and truth be told, he's probably the trainer, and he's probably always been. I don't know. I don't watch The Biggest Loser. I
don't either.
Yeah.
But he looks intense, so we'll see. Sam, oh man,
I have a fat friend.
Yeah. Britney Spears' ex, Sam. Is this ex?
Well, you know what? A lot of people don't like him.
Yeah.
He's got that going for him.
So when it says X, is this the most recent X?
I can't keep up with Britney. All I know is you get a couple cocktails or whatever she puts inside her, and she's getting naked on Instagram.
I know, dude. And I think you were the one, I think, that like you turned me on to people. You're like, dude, check out this Instagram.
I'm just like, dude, Britney Spears going crazy. Look at this.
And she still is.
I don't think she needed the people. She just needs a good friend. Yes. I think Diddy needs a good, or not. Well, no, Diddy needs. I think Kanye needs a good friend, and I think Britney needs a good friend. And it's tough because these hangers-oners and there's some bad people out there, and there's just these beautiful, creative, amazing minds that just need a good friend.
Yeah. No, we're all humans. We all have feelings. No matter how much money you have in your bank account, we're all human beings that need friends. I mean, that's why
I would make a good friend.
Yeah, you are a good friend.
Oh, stop it! Tell me more.
And the thing is,
can you forward my resume to Kanye and Britney? I think either one would be good.
I love it. Yeah. But overall, looking at this cast, Johnny,
I love it.
I'm excited. No, do we know when this airs on TV? I'm gonna stop
probably
sharing.
January.
Did it stop sharing the screen when I click that off, or are you still looking at my? Is that are we back to normal?
We've been back to normal.
No, I know, but I had the
We're
was
good.
that not up? Okay, we're good. We're good. You see me on the screen and everything else. Well, Johnny, I want to touch on a couple more things before we get off. First of all, there are going to be Traitors coverage. When Traitors comes out, we have a lot of shows. So just kind of quick rundown. I know we've been doing this, but I want to kind of put in the minds of our listeners out there that we are stepping our game up. There's going to be more Patreon content because right now Johnny and myself, we do the weekly Q&A, which is my favorite podcast we do of the week, where we shoot the shit. We have a great group of people, but besides that, there's going to be more stuff coming in the pipe. So explain.
Like when we finish these, there'll be like an extra hour on the Patreon, like starting next week. So there's plenty of stuff there. But even on the free content side, Matt, you got the Goat Pod, with Wendell Holland, winner, survivor, Ghost Island, Bryce Isaiah, everyone's favorite Purple Pants podcaster, and Derek Frazier, creator of the Cookout. So and then we have the Reality Queens podcast. They went live earlier today. You had Jen Hoffman from The Apprentice, Rachel Riley, winner of Big Brother, joined by Stephanie LaGrossa from Survivor and the Traitors. So they were talking the Traitors earlier and The Bachelor and is reality television dead? It's a great podcast. Check that out. That's the Reality Queens podcast. I believe that's every Thursday. And then, you and I are talking the Challenge podcast. I think Dan and Alex and Lauren, they're going live tomorrow, talking episode 10 of the Challenge All-Stars 4. And King George is his equipment is shipped out to Australia. So King George and I will be doing the Reality Kings podcast. And I believe we have 3 other new podcasts dropping in the next couple weeks. So get ready. We are locked and loaded. But for bonus content, go to realitypatron.com. That's realitypatron.com. We do autograph picks and if you do the Outcast tier and all that. But click the subscribe button on the free side, youtube.com/aftershow. Or if you're watching and you just want to listen, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you podcast, just search Reality After Show. And all the cool stuff is there.
And before you know it, there's going to be cast assessments that we'll be doing leading up to 47, as well as bringing on
our Big Brother coverage. I think we're having 3 Big Brother podcasts.
Wow, that's amazing. Because different podcasts in all the reality TV world, whether it's you and I or the stuff that other people do, there's a little bit of something for everybody. I feel like with 3 Big Brother podcasts, if you don't like one, you might latch on to the other hosts, or you might just watch all 3 because everyone that watches these shows has a different perspective and a different kind of mindset about the game. So listeners, we love you all. Over the years, we have had so much fun. I've been looking through today, Johnny, my Facebook memories would pop up of us hanging out with Wendell at the Reality for Diabetes events. I really hope to see some more reality TV events popping up because Hearts of Reality is pretty much gone. Like the big one.
It's Reality All-Star Weekend. It's already locked in.
Okay. So that is it.
7th or something.
But we had Reality Rally, and there's been many that have come and gone. Reality for Diabetes.
And you need to start a Cincinnati one.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. We'll get to it.
Yes. But we will be back next week. And like I said, Johnny said, go to realitypatron.com. Best way to support the podcast and see some of pages and pages and pages full of content. And we've had the craziest of stories ever in the history of mankind on our podcast before. So we love you all. Cheers. I hope you're having a great week, and we will see you all next week. Love you. Boom.